Top 10 Best Argentine Players in Premier League History, ranked. There has been more than 70 players from Argentina to have passed through the Premier League over the past 30 years. Some have been successful, with a few going on to become legends and cult heroes, while others have ended up being completely forgettable and drifted into obscurity. Here's a look at the top 10 Argentines to grace the Premier League. 10. Gabriel Heinze. Gabriel Heinze's tenacious attitude saw him make a huge impact on Manchester United fans upon arriving at the club in 2004, even winning the Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year award. He occasionally captained the team and also won a Premier League title in 2006-07 but destroyed his own legacy at Old Trafford by trying to force a transfer to Liverpool. 9. Julio Arca. Julio Arca was developed by Argentinos Juniors, the same club that produced Diego Maradona, and arrived in England in 2000. At that time, Sunderland were a top-half Premier League side, while he later played for Middlesbrough and was known as a free-kick specialist. 8. Fabricio Coloccini. Although his debut season ended in relegation in 2008-09, former AC Milan and Deportivo centre-back Fabricio Coloccini stuck it out with Newcastle, eventually becoming captain and helping the club to a fifth-place finish in 2011-12 that remains the Magpies' best season since 2004. 7. Jonas Gutierrez. Jonas Gutierrez was another Argentine import in 2008 who suffered relegation but was instrumental in helping to rebuild Newcastle. Although generally a reliable servant anyway, his most famous contribution came in the form of a goal that kept the Magpies up on the final day of the 2014-15 season, having recovered from a testicular cancer diagnosis. 6. Esteban Cambiasso. From nearly 500 games for Real Madrid and Inter, 6 domestic titles and the Champions League, Esteban Cambiasso wound up at newly promoted Leicester in 2014. His form late in the season was crucial to the Foxes staying up against the odds and helped kick off the momentum that brought the club a Premier League title after his departure. 5. Nicolas Otamendi. Nicolas Otamendi was a crucial part of Pep Guardiola's first great Manchester City side, playing 34 Premier League games in 2017-18 when the club amassed 100 points. He played over 200 times for the club in all competitions and left with 7 medals in his collection. 4. Pablo Zabaleta. Pablo Zabaleta joined Manchester City before the Abu Dhabi takeover in 2008 revolutionized the club, yet he became an important part of the success in the years that followed. The right-back was never better than when City won the 2013-14 Premier League title and left the Etihad Stadium a cult hero with over 330 appearances in all competitions. 3. Javier Mascherano. Until finally lifting the Premier League title in 2019-20, Liverpool were never a better side in the post-1992 era than when Javier Mascherano was anchoring the midfield. The Reds ran Manchester United to the wire in 2008-09 and fell away again as a direct result of Mascherano and a handful of other key players moving on. 2. Carlos Tevez. Carlos Tevez made a huge impression at each of the Premier League clubs he played for over 7 whirlwind years in England. He did the unthinkable by keeping a doomed West Ham up almost single-handedly in 2006-07, won 2 Premier League titles with Manchester United and helped build an era of success at Manchester City following a controversial move. 1. Sergio Aguero. No foreign player has scored more Premier League goals than Sergio Aguero. His consistent quality for Manchester City over a decade puts him a step above any of his fellow countrymen, while he will be remembered as one of English football's greatest ever overseas imports. Aguero's single greatest legacy will forever be the goal that decided the 2011-12 title race, but the fact he wasn't included in a PFA Team of the Year until 2017-18 suggests his exceptional output was often taken for granted. Do you agree with this list? What do you think? Please comment down your top 10 Argentine Premier League player. Please subscribe.